I want to take you to Michelle Snodgrass, the Commonwealth's attorney, talking about the situation regarding Shayna Hubers. Let's listen.
We kind of looked at this as our chance to get what we believe is justice for Ryan.
What was your reaction to this sentence when you heard that? Mr. Poston, maybe you could tell us what was your reaction when you heard that?
Would you mind moving closer to the mic, sir?
Will
Thank
do.
you very much. Thank you.
Our reaction was, from the second, like Michelle said, we heard this about the second trial, our reaction was that there was a reason for this, that we needed, that 40 years the first time just wasn't enough, and that this sent a clear message of life that this is justice for us. And we are so incredibly grateful to Bill Birkenhauer and all of the Highland Heights Police Department for their incredible work. We are so grateful to Michelle Snodgrass and her team. Is just her passion for dedication. She has led us for 6 years. Her experience is something that is just incredibly valuable in that courtroom, something that we, the citizens of Campbell County, desperately need to keep there. So we are eternally grateful to Kyle Burns, to Cheryl Heater, to all of them, their whole staffs. They have just gone above and beyond, and they have given us a tremendous gift to Ryan, and we just thank them from the bottom of our hearts.
6 years, very difficult for you, very difficult for the prosecutorial team, difficult for the Highland Heights Police Department, for the whole county.
Peter.
You mentioned up on the stand there today the impact, and then Peter certainly could weigh in on that as well.
What's the impact?
The question of the impact, you mentioned it very eloquently from the podium today. Just repeat some of those comments.
Yeah, I'll let Peter talk.
Okay?
I think the impact is just devastating for everyone, because it isn't just one life that Ryan touched. He touched all of us. And, we didn't learn until Ryan's funeral about the people that he had touched that were his clients. There was a guy who was deaf in both ears, and Ryan was helping him with a traffic ticket because he felt bad for the guy and tried to help him. And he came to his funeral and told me what a wonderful guy Ryan was because of that. So the devastation that Katie and Jay talked about today was the personal devastation on our family. But when it comes to the broader community, he touched a lot of people. We've gotten notes from people all over the world, because Ryan went to school in various places as we lived all over the world. And they've all reached out to us to tell us that they're with us, they're praying for us. So that's the kind of loss and the hole that it leaves, as Katie said, a hole in her heart, because that's what it feels like to all of us.
You talked, Tom, about the long journey. And this has been a long journey. And I know the very first time I met with Ryan's family, I told them that we would be in this for years. And it doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't.
No.
All that matters is that you end up getting the justice that Ryan deserves.
And that Ryan believed in. Ryan believed in the justice system. Always. Always. And it has not failed him.
Or us. And and those jurors, those 14 jurors that went through all of that, we have the utmost respect for those people. And in this jury and the previous one, I mean, it takes a lot to sit there and listen to all of that and come to a decision. And yet they did, and they came to a great decision, not just for us, but the right decision, the just decision.
Yeah, we did. We had a lot of faith in this jury. We knew that they would make the right decision for Ryan, for the community, because this is a crime that doesn't just impact these families. It's a crime that impacts our community. And that's what we were looking for today, was to send the message that this is not okay.
It's not. And very few people of Campbell County ever see the inside of that courtroom. Thank God. But what Michelle does, what her team does every day, impacts every citizen of Campbell County. It makes our community safer. It makes our loved ones safer. And we have seen firsthand for 6 years what this woman and her team does.
True dedication.
And it is phenomenal.
They're our heroes.
They are. They will forever be a member of our families.
That didn't just happen by...
And his spirit throughout this, was he with you?
He has been with us all the way. He actually, a friend just told me before we came up here that his wife last night woke up, and at the base of her bed, Ryan looked at her and said, "I got this.
Is this Justice Jay? Is this Justice Michelle? Is this Justice Peter?
This is
Absolutely.
This is justice.
This is the
Absolutely.
justice he
This didn't
deserves."
happen just magically, though. I mean, it took a lot of work because it's been, I mean, they had a good plan. And was there a key you felt like in getting this justice, Michelle?
Well, the key in getting the justice is telling the truth. And I think that's what we have focused on since October 12th, 2012. You can put any spin on it you want, but the truth is the truth. And that's what we wanted to be heard in that courtroom. I hope that is what the jury heard, and I can guarantee you that they based their decision today on the truth.
Were Shayna Hubers' words against her the most powerful evidence that you had?
We don't talk about her.
Now, you had a jury the first time around 40 years, this time life in prison. Is there a difference you can point to in how the trial was conducted that might have triggered that in their minds?
Facts are the facts.
I think it's hard.
don't know.
I think it's hard, and I don't really want to try to get into the minds of the jurors. I just want to say how much I appreciate the time and the effort that they put into this. I think it was evident by the work that the jury did.
I know closure is one of those cliches that if you don't experience something like this, you probably can't ever have it. But is this as close to closure as you can get from, quote unquote, the system?
This is justice.
This is justice from
That's
the
about all.
system. There is
That's,
never
you know,
closure.
There will never be closure. He'll never walk through that door again.
No.
What do you miss most about him, and how do you go about it?
You'd have to have about
Every day.
maybe 5-10 years. Then we could go through what we will miss about Ryan.
She
know what?
misses his hug. He
His hug.
used to hug her
Always, and
all
told me
the
he loved
time.
me.
And she said, she's always told me, I miss his bear hug.
I will-
Because that's who he was.
I will forever miss the possibilities. We will never know the incredible possibilities that Ryan Poston would have given to this earth. He was a tremendously gifted young man. The sky was the
Sense of
limit.
community.
A United States senator, a congressman, anything was within his grasp. He was a tremendously gifted young man.
The true sense of community.
True sense of everything right. He was raised right. It's